Hey everyone, Rutledge from TechRaptor. We're here at GenCon 2015, and I'm with Norman Hunter from Passport Game Studios. We're taking a look at Warehouse 51. Norman, you want to tell us a little bit about the game?
Sure, absolutely. Warehouse 51 is a game where you are a billionaire that has been invited to one of the auctions for the bankrupt United States. They've taken everything from Warehouse 51, which is like the warehouse at the end of Indiana Jones, where they're wheeling in the Ark of the Covenant. It's where they keep all their precious treasures, both odd and mundane. So each of you have been invited here to bid on these items, and there are a number of different crates that you'll be opening up. Each crate has a different color value to it, and if you look at the cards, you can see that for the blue stack, there are 8 cards in it, and there are point values associated with each of the cards. So of those 8, 2 of them have 3 point values, 3 of them have 2, 3 of them have 1. So at the end of the game, during scoring, if you have the sum total of points greater than everyone else, you would get 8 victory points. Second place would get 6. You do that so on and so forth all the way down. So there are fewer crates in each section. So 8, 7, 6, and 5. When the game begins, someone will flip over a card. In this case, it's the Golden Fleece. There's nothing special about this card. It's just a plain old fleece made of gold. Doesn't have any special powers or anything like some other cards may. So the person to the left of whoever flipped that card over would begin the bidding, because it's an open auction. So they would bid 1 or pass, and it would go around the table until there was only one person willing to pay that amount. They would then in turn get that card, put it in front of them, and flip over and start the next auction. So throughout gameplay, there'll be cards that come into effect with the little symbol of a closed fist. So instead of being an open auction like I just described, this one would actually be a closed auction. Everybody would squirrel away their money, put some in their closed hand, and everyone would open it up at the same time. And whoever had the most money in their hand would win that auction. And they would pay the money to the person on their left. Money always is paid by the winner to the person on their left. So the money flows around in that clockwise manner. Unfortunately, the US didn't do a great job of authenticating their artifacts. So a number of the artifacts are counterfeit. And to represent that, in a 4-player game, there are cards between each player. So I would recognize what the counterfeits were on this side of the table. And I would share that knowledge with the person on my left and right. So whoever was sitting here and I would both know what this counterfeit card was, and then the same thing on this corner. But I would have no idea what the counterfeit cards were on the opposite side of the table. And that's important because at the end of the game, these cards are revealed, and if you have one of those counterfeit items in your relics, then it is no good, and it doesn't count for your points to score and win victory points. So that's the high-level version of how scoring goes, how the payment method goes around the board. There are a couple of cards in there that allow you to protect a artifact that you consider possibly being counterfeit. So if it went around, nobody but you bid on it, you think that, oh, that may be counterfeit. At the end of the game, you can take the certificate of authenticity you got with that relic and place it on another one and protect that relic. So it does count, even if it does come up that this card said it was counterfeit. You're like, no, I have this certificate from the Franklin Mint that says it is a real Velvet Elvis. So it counts. There is a way to introduce another counterfeit card into the game with the Pandora's Box card. During play, you get to look at 2 cards from the top. If you win that auction, choose one of them, and only you know what that counterfeit card is. So you pick it up and go from there.
Awesome.
Generally plays in about, the box says 45 minutes. After the first play or two, it probably plays closer to 30 minutes.
Can it be played 2, 3, 4?
It's 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
The only difference is if you're playing with 3 players, you put 2 cards for counterfeits between each player, because there's a card that allows you to look at one of the cards that you don't know. And if there's only one card, you would know all the cards.
Exactly. Norman, thanks for talking with us. Let's hop into a demo and take a look.
I appreciate you. Thank you.